Anyways, in this rant, I will talk about AutCraft again, and I will talk about two things actually. The first is going to be YouTube rank and my fight for it, and the second one is going to be the geography of the space. Now, now I'm actually kind of combining two rants into one this episode because of that. So, the geography is interesting because I actually think that might be part of the reason why I stuck around on this series for so long. Um, Other than it being a server, of course, and that my world was able to be saved like that. And also there's the fact that my brother was on, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'll get to that in the second half of this rant. So now this will actually be the first rant of a video that I know for a fact I will also be posting on my second channel. And well, if you're wondering why I decided to do that, well, let me just show you something. This video right here was my first video on my second channel. 3,100 views. 20 more subscribers as well. Like, I'm not even joking. 21. Bro. And I don't know if you caught that, but this viewer count just updated real time. Yeah. So, anyways, my YouTube channel. And also my fight to get YouTube rank for AutCraft. So in the middle of 2017, I created my YouTube channel, and one of the first series I started recording was AutCraft. Now the thing is that at first I didn't really care about YouTube rank. Didn't seem like there's a point. Although then, as I started becoming more of a tryhard on YouTube, started becoming more obsessed with those views and subscribers, like way more than most other people, constantly comparing myself to others, that sort of stuff. I started to really want YouTube rank. And because of that, even though I really wanted it, I didn't really know how, and I didn't really attempt it. So I did once. Of course, my parents tried to help, and we tried to like do a YouTube request or whatever. And I don't know what happened, but it didn't either. We did it completely wrong, or it didn't go through, and my application got rejected. Who knows? But that made me extremely upset, and that's actually part of the reason why I quit AutCraft. Weirdly enough, that that really just shows you how desperate I was for clout. Oh, they won't give me YouTube rank, even though I literally can still upload videos. They can't give me YouTube rank. Wow. Oh my god. I have to switch servers. And that's also why, if you have been paying attention, I've um not talked about anything being built between the years 2019 and 2023. There are some stuff, or 2020 and 2022, those 3 years. That's because I actually did not play on here at all. It was because of that, and also because I prioritized other SMPs over this. And that was why. I didn't know why I didn't get a YouTube rank or whatever. They probably had some sort of explanation, but yeah. And then when I returned to AutCraft, I thought about returning to YouTube again. Although then I kind of just started kicking Bucky, I just started delaying my return or my getting YouTube rank and that sort of stuff until the summer of this year, which I decided to once again make an application. This time it was much easier and I was able to do it. Although that also got rejected. And unlike last time, I'm pretty sure I know why. Now, it was just deleted, there was no explanation, but I'm pretty sure the reason why is because my ever since 2019, my channel has evolved a lot. I at first I was really wanted to make or was committed to making family friendly content, that sort of stuff, but now I'm not. And that is just something which is very important on the server to the admins, and it makes sense because there's a lot of children on this server. I can definitely see why. And because of that, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why I got rejected this time around. And at that point, I decided to admit defeat. Uh, I, I realized I knew I was kind of in the wrong, and it was probably best that I didn't get YouTube rank. Although I do have another right now, so I guess it's not that bad. Even though YouTube might rank mine nice, really the only thing I can't do is advertise my YouTube channel and chat. So yeah, it's not a big deal. And going on with geography. Now, this I've talked about on stream a lot, but the geography on this base is insane. Now, I know geography doesn't play much of a role. Oh, I almost got two shots of him on him. That would have been very satisfying. I know that geography doesn't really play a role in Minecraft anymore. You know, I literally have my other series is literally me on a super flat desert world. But the geography of this world in particular is just so insane that I just can't help but admire it. Now, first off, my base is like in the middle of four different like sections of the ocean. Like there's these two little what do you call it? Like ocean enclaves. I know that's not a there's a some sort of term. Seas? Seas is probably better. Which kind of dead end. And then there's this open ocean right there as well, which I can access as well. It's also part of the reason why my base is in the shape of a D. It's so that's easy to get around on boat. It's smooth turns and that sort of stuff. And yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing is that there's enough land around here that people can set up next to me, my neighbors, like, for example, that peninsula right there, or that island right there. If you're watching and you want to be my neighbor, go ahead. I'm looking for someone, you know, like I said, I am actively looking for someone. So if you are on the spectrum and you've qualified for going on the server, go ahead. Be my neighbor. Um, but yeah, I also have enough room for me to have neighbors like this, whilst also simultaneously it being mostly ocean, meaning that I can just expand further outward because I don't have to deal with other people's bases being and claims being in the way. So it's easy for me to expand as well. Since I was situated on a peninsula, means that both travel on horse and on boat are extremely viable. Because on horse, I can just go through here and then go straight up there if I want to travel somewhere on land. Although if I want to go on sea, I just take a boat and I can go basically anywhere on my base. And not to mention, there's all of this while also being right next to spawn, meaning that there's not to mention it is actually the way that the spawn. So the way that when you get released off of spawn, if you go out of like 0, 0, this is actually the way you face. So there also is the most traffic going this way as well. So it's like I have a lot of neighbors as well because of that. And even though like they're all inactive, I mean that's beside the point. But yeah, there's a lot of people around here as well because of that. And it's also really easy to go explore on horseback and look at other people's bases. Like it's I love to do that. It's just super fun, I feel like. And it never gets old because there's just so many builds around here. It's insane. And even though it's less likely, people also still build in water. Like there's this base right here. There's also like a little base like that way. And also there's the one I showed you, which is over there as well. And yeah, overall, this is the. Oh my gosh, I just realized there's even more. And the last one is really just related to boat. And it's just the position of both that peninsula and that island. It's this island in particular is positioned in just a way that I can ride on boat and make a smooth turn, and it scoops me straight up to the peninsula and makes a smooth turn just to go that way. Or I can make a smooth turn going through my evil island and this island and go end up in that area. They're just at the perfect place that they cause no interference at all and make riding boat around here so smooth as well. Meaning that I can just continue at full speed. Overall, the geography here is just insane. Like there's no other way to point it out to that way. I'm pretty sure no other world even comes close to how insane the geography is here. And yeah, that ends the rant, so let's get back into the video.